You know, let's talk about something most people will never admit out loud. Not online, not to their closest friends, sometimes not even to themselves. It's this weird paradox that sits right at the heart of what we all think success is supposed to be. So it starts with the most obvious thing, right? The goal we're all kind of programmed to chase. You can get the money. You can build that financial safety net that's supposed to fix everything.
And then you can get the recognition too. That professional success, the fancy title, the respect, the career you planned out for years. Check.
I mean, you can check off every single box. You can get all the external things that on paper scream, this person has made it. And then this happens. After all that work, all that achieving, you feel nothing. Not broke, not failing, just hollow. Like a key ingredient is missing, but you have no idea what it is. Turns out there's actually a name for this feeling. It's called the hidden emptiness phenomenon. It's that strange experience of winning the game but feeling no satisfaction. And trust me, it's way more common than you think. So if all that stuff on the outside isn't the answer, then what is? It seems like we're missing a totally different kind of currency. One that isn't about what's in your bank account, but what's going on inside you. This is what we're gonna call emotional wealth. So what is it? Think of emotional wealth as your internal bedrock. It's your ability to stay grounded and centered when life gets crazy, whether things are going amazing or falling apart around you. And let's get one thing straight right away. This is not about some fairy tale idea of being happy 24/7. That's not realistic. Life throws curveballs. That's just part of the deal. Emotional wealth is actually about building real, practical skills. It's about knowing how to respond instead of just reacting. It's about staying solid when the pressure is on. And, this is a big one, it's about knowing how to get back on your feet emotionally after you get knocked down. And this leads us to a super important distinction. Emotional control is not the same as emotional suppression. Suppression is when you just shove your feelings down and pretend they don't exist, and that always backfires. Real control comes from awareness. It's about understanding what you're feeling so you can actually guide it, instead of just ignoring it. So why does all this matter so much? Because whether you realize it or not, your emotions are already in the driver's seat. They are your unseen controller, silently making decisions for you every single day. This quote just nails it. It's almost never the event itself that controls us, it's our feeling about the event. I mean, think about it. One negative comment can ruin your whole day. One small setback can make you question your entire career path. The feeling is what has the power. Seriously, think about the last big decision you made. Chances are you felt your way into it first. It felt right. And then you spent the next hour coming up with all the logical reasons to justify it. Our emotions lead the way, and our logical brain just cleans up the trail behind them. And you can actually see this play out in a really predictable pattern. Let's call it the Daniel Cole arc. It starts with tons of motivation, right? But as you get busier and busier, your self-awareness just plummets. Your success on the outside keeps growing, but your peace on the inside starts to shrink. And it all leads to that final gut punch of a realization, all that success didn't actually bring you any peace. And that right there, that's the success trap. When you don't have that internal stability, every new achievement just feels like another weight on your shoulders. It becomes something you have to protect and maintain, not something you get to enjoy. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem pretty clearly, but just knowing you're in a trap isn't enough, right? We need to build a way out, and that starts with asking yourself a few honest questions. So just take a second. No one's watching, no one's judging. Just be real with yourself. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you right now with your emotional control? And what about when the pressure's really on? What's your go-to response? Do you get laser focused and clear, or do you start to feel like you're drowning? And what about when things don't go your way, when you're disappointed? Is it a bump in the road that you navigate and move on from? Or does it send you into an emotional tailspin that can last for days or even weeks? Now, your gut answers to those questions are incredibly telling. They show you whether your emotions are simply influencing your life or if they've grabbed the steering wheel and are leading it, for better or for worse. So here's a simple but really powerful framework to start taking back control. Step 1, pause. Just create a tiny bit of space between something happening and you reacting. That's where the magic is. 2, identify. Figure out what your triggers are. What consistently throws you off balance. 3, separate. You have to remember, you are not your anger. You are not your anxiety. feelings are just visitors. They're not who you are. And 4, build. This doesn't happen by accident. You have to intentionally build your inner stability through practice. And remember, building this is the opposite of suppression. It's not about distracting yourself or avoiding feelings. It's built with real tools, finding moments of silence, actually reflecting on what happened, and being brutally, sometimes uncomfortably honest with yourself about how you really feel. So maybe it's time we all started to redefine success. Maybe true success isn't the title or the money. Maybe it's internal stability when everything on the outside is chaotic. It's being the calm in the storm. It's carrying your wins without letting them crush you. And I'll just leave you with this one last question to think about. Because the truth is, an unstable internal world cannot support a stable external world forever. So if you don't master what's going on inside, what will you eventually lose on the outside? Your relationships, your health, your business? That's what's really at stake.